Let's find out the difference between C3 and C4 plants. So firstly, talk about that what is C3 and C4 plant. To understand this better, as we know that photosynthesis, in case of photosynthesis, there are two types of reactions present. One is light reaction and another one is dark reaction. So in case of dark reaction, basically the carbon products are formed. So the product which is firstly formed and is stable in some plants that contain 3 carbons, that's why the name is C3 plants. And in some plants the first stable compound has 4 carbons present in them, that's why that is known as C4 plants. Now let's see some major differences between them. So firstly, we are talking about the C3 plants. So C3 plants are basically those plants in which Calvin cycle is present for dark reaction in photosynthesis. Now remember, this C3 cycle is universal. That is, it is present in C3 plants as well as this cycle will be present in C4 plants. Basically, we can say that Calvin cycle is universal. It is present in both C3 plants as well as the C4 plants. After that, there is a special type of anatomy present in C3 plants that is known as Kranz anatomy, which is present in their leaves. But if we talk about the C4 plants, then in this one, these C4 plants use H and slag cycle for dark reaction of photosynthesis. And why the name is C4 plant? Because the first stable compound here, which is formed after the photosynthesis, is that which has 4 carbon present in them. Here the Kranz anatomy is present. It is a special type of Kranz anatomy which enable these plants to live in the high temperature. After that, if we talk about the C3 plants, then in this one dark reaction is carried out only and only by the mesophyll cells which are present in the leaves, while in case of the C4 plants here the dark reaction is carried out by both. First one is mesophyll cells, and apart from that bundle sheath cells also play an important role. After this, chloroplasts are monomorphic in C3 plants, while in case of C4 plants, the chloroplasts are dimorphic. In case of C3 plants, the chloroplasts do not contain any peripheral reticulum, while in case of the C4 plants, here the chloroplasts contain some peripheral reticulums. In case of C3 plants, the photosynthesis is inhibited when stomata are closed, while in case of C4 plants, here photosynthesis can be occur even if the stomata are closed. So remember, in case of C3 plants, the photosynthesis is inhibited when stomata are closed, while in case of C4 plants, here photosynthesis can go on even the stomata are closed. After this, we have in case of C3 plants, the carbon dioxide fixation is less efficient, while in case of the C4 plants, here the carbon dioxide fixation is more efficient and it is more fast. So we can say that economically or basically C4 plants are more efficient. These are more efficient than C3 plants. Than C3 plants. Now let's see some other differences. In case of C3 plants, here only a single carbon dioxide fixation occur, while in case of the C4 plants, here double carbon dioxide fixation occur. There is also a process that is known as photorespiration, which is a wasteful process basically. So in case of photorespiration, in the presence of light, respiration occurs, and in this case basically the oxygen is used and carbon dioxide is released out. So this photosynthesis occurs when the carbon dioxide concentration is low. And in case of the C4 plants, here no photorespiration occurs when the carbon dioxide concentration is low. Now, the C3 plants are found in the regions where the optimum temperature range from 67 to 75 degrees Celsius, while in case of C4 plants, they can tolerate high temperature. Here, the optimum temperature range can be from 90 to 95 degree Fahrenheit. In case of C3 plants, here it contain a high protein content, while in C4 plants they contain a low protein content. Now from this image it will be more clear to you that in this one you can see C3 plants are present and C4 plants are present. In this one only mesophyll cell is there, while in case of this one here two cells are involved, one is mesophyll and another one is bundle sheath cell. After this we can easily see that here Calvin cycle or C3 cycle is present. Why we use the term C3 cycle? Because here the first stable product formed will have 3 carbon in them, that's why it is known as Calvin cycle. And here only one time carbon dioxide is fixed. While in case of C4 plants, here we can see that carbon dioxide is fixed twice. Once it is fixed in this one and later on it is fixed or it get enter into the Calvin cycle, and it that's how it can, we can say, fix double carbon dioxide, double CO2, and it is more efficient than, it is more efficient than C3 plants. Even the photorespiration process in C4 plants is less as compared to the C3 plants. So these were some basic differences between C3 plants and C4 plants.